Botticelli was an Italian painter during the early Renaissance period. He was born in Florence, Italy, and trained in the workshop of Fra Filippo Lippi. Botticelli is known for his religious paintings as well as his mythological works, and he was one of the most prominent painters in Florence during his time. Some of his most famous works include The Bird of Venus and Primavera. His style is characterized by a sense of grace, elegance, and refinement, and he often used delicate colors and intricate patterns in his paintings. The Bird of Venus is not only a masterpiece of Italian Renaissance art, but is also regarded as one of the most recognizable and beloved paintings in Western art history. The painting captures the essence of the Renaissance period, where classical mythology and humanistic ideals were celebrated. Botticelli also uses a symmetrical composition, with Venus's pose mirroring the shape of the shell beneath her, creating a sense of harmony and balance. The use of chiaroscuro creates depth and dimensionality in the painting, making Venus appear as if she is emerging from the sea foam. Botticelli also utilizes bright, saturated colors to evoke a sense of vibrancy and liveliness. The design elements in the Bird of Venus are equally impressive. Botticelli carefully designed the figures and objects in the painting to convey a sense of movement and fluidity. The undulating lines in the drapery of Venus and the figures on either side of her create a sense of motion, while the swirling sea and blowing clouds in the background add to feeling of movement and change. Botticelli also pays attention to detail in his rendering of the flora and fauna, such as the flowers and grasses in the foreground, which add a sense of realism to the painting. The painting is also rich in symbolism. Venus, as mentioned before, is a symbol of love, beauty, and fertility. Her arrival on the shore represents the birth of these ideals in the world. The seashell on which she rides is a symbol of the female genitalia, emphasizing her fertility. The figures on either side of Venus, the wind god Zephyr and the nymph Chloris, represent the forces of nature that bring fertility to the earth. The use of classical mythology in the painting reflects the Renaissance's interest in reviving the classical past. The Birth of Venus painting's color palette features a range of bright and saturated hues, evoking a sense of vibrancy and liveliness. Botticelli's use of color is a key element of the painting's aesthetic appeal. The central figure of Venus is depicted with fair skin tones and soft pinks, contrasting with the rich blues and greens of the sea and sky behind her. The use of contrasting colors creates a sense of depth and dimensionality in the painting, with the bright colors of the foreground contrasting with the more muted tones of the background. In conclusion, The Bird of Venus is a masterpiece that has stood the test of time. Its composition, use of color, attention to detail, and rich symbolism all contribute to its enduring appeal and status as one of the most significant works of Western art.